Hi, so I'm Tim Hahn with Pacific Corrugated Pipe Company, representing the National Corrugated Steel Pipe Association. And for 2022 and presented in 2023 as a project year in the Northwest, the key points of this project were it required Lane Enterprises and Pacific Corrugated both technical support for the redesign of a culvert installation. And there was a lot of involved parties, not all of which are listed here. U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, the Shoalwater Bay Indian Tribe, which is local to this project, the primary contractor, the Department of Ecology, and the DEQ and U.S. Fish and Wildlife, to name a few. This is a really unorthodox installation for our pipe with direct saltwater contact. There was a submerged installation of the pipe with sand being the bedding. And there's also some endangered species, as you can see this image on the right, the snowy plover, along with about 23 other protected species. A beautiful spot in southwest Washington on the coast. As you can see, there's a lot of equipment, a lot of pipe, a lot of tide coming in and out as a consideration for safety on this project in Pacific County, Washington. It was 144-inch arch pipe, actually. It was arched to be able to get up to the job site with only width restrictions, not height restrictions. It was a $40 million project overall for the scope of the entire project, and about $430,000 in sales order for pipe. It was 4 3-barrel crossings. The lower left image shows the telebelt conveyor conveying rocks for compaction. Then we were able to get some of our staff on site to observe the installation. It looks good, but that was not the first trip to this job site. What you can see is some unbalanced differential loading caused failure to the pipe, and this is all part of the learning experience for everybody involved. It was installed in what's called an embankment condition and should have been in a trench-like condition. So the pipe was unbalanced and unloaded, and that's what we call a failed installation method. So we all got back to the drawing board, a bunch of meetings and drawings, and we concluded that the installation practice needed to be improved. So from bad to good. So what you see here is rock columns, if you will. They're about 30 feet wide at the top and 60 feet wide at the bottom, creating a structural support for the pipe during compaction. This is a textbook trench-like installation where you can backfill properly and get compaction underneath the haunches of the pipe. And this drawing depicts round pipe, but in fact it was arch pipe. There's a video showing the installation of the pipe. There's like I mentioned, the 90-foot-long telebelt conveyor sitting on steel plates, half-inch thick steel plates. At the ends of the pipe, you can see some super sacks. Those are about 2,000 pounds a piece, and those guys are packing all the backfill into the haunch of the pipe, the most critical area of the pipe, as it's referred to as its footing. And as you circle around here, you can just see the rock being conveyed into this telebelt conveyor for ease of drop underneath the pipe. It's allowed them to get this part of the project done quickly before the tide came in. And so this is obviously at a low tide situation, but as time would have it, the pipe would be filled. On completion of this project, it might look sad that this pipe is all getting removed, but keep in mind it's 100% recyclable. So this pipe did its job, and on to the next project where it might be recycled into another piece of pipe. This is the final project, this fencing and the dune restoration complete. Thank you.
Shoalwater, Washington, a community of approximately 4,000 people on the coast of Washington state and home to the Shoalwater Bay tribe. For years, the local tribal land has been protected by two coastal barrier spits fronting the tidal embayment. But heavy storms occurred in 2020 and 2021, which generated dune overtopping and overwash, causing severe erosion to the northern section of the dune. This resulted in life safety concerns for the Shoalwater tribe and a flood risk to millions of dollars of infrastructure in the area. Immediate call to action was needed to repair the northern damaged portion of the dune before the following storm season, and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers answered. In a partnered effort between the Omaha and Seattle districts, USACE got to work repairing over 4,000 linear feet of dune that was previously damaged.
Shoalwater Tribal Reservation is protected by a dune, a sand dune. And that dune is subject to tidal forces from the Pacific Ocean that goes into Willapa Bay. And every year they suffer various degrees of scour and degradation to a life safety protective measure. That's the dune. And recently there's been storms that have degraded to a critical component, the dune, and it requires restoration.
Projects of this magnitude generally involve many people and many different organizations. The dune restoration was a great opportunity to showcase the unique partnerships that can be created and fostered over the course of a USACE project.
This project is a great example of the extensive collaboration that's required on a project of this magnitude to work not only with the Seattle district and the Omaha district, but extending out to a significant number of federal organizations, specifically to include environmental ones, and then of course the Shoalwater Bay tribe.
A particularly interesting feature of this project was not a part of the actual project itself, but more so a vital and essential feature to complete the dune repair.
On this project behind me, we've got this culvert crossing. That was a task on its own, and it has nothing to do with the dune. It's just being able to get from one location to the next. The team working together between the design, the guys doing the work, it came together. It's probably the most difficult piece of the project, but in the end, it was needed in order to complete the actual dune that we're here to do.
This $40 million project was completed mid-November and took approximately 9 months. Here at USACE, we value our ability to complete these projects of extreme magnitude in a way that many organizations could not. We prioritize our people, appreciate our partnerships, and take pride in our projects. Reporting for the USACE Omaha District, I'm Samuel Weldon.